Welcome to our channel. In this episode, we are going to be exploring cold and flu causes, symptoms, how to avoid it, and what to do if you have it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Cold and flu are both common illnesses that affect the respiratory system, which includes the nose, throat, and lungs. They can cause similar symptoms, like a runny nose, sore throat, coughing, sneezing, fatigue, and sometimes fever. Because the symptoms overlap, many people confuse the two. A common cold is usually milder and is often caused by a variety of viruses, especially rhinoviruses. Cold symptoms tend to develop gradually and usually stay limited to the upper part of the body. You may feel congested, have a mild cough, and feel tired, but most people can still go about their day even if they do not feel great. Flu, short for influenza, is typically more intense and is caused by influenza viruses. It often comes on suddenly and can make you feel much worse than a cold. Flu symptoms may include a high fever, body aches, chills, headache, extreme tiredness, dry cough, and a sore throat. Some people also get nausea or vomiting, especially children. The flu can lead to serious complications, especially in older adults, young children, pregnant people, and those with weakened immune systems. One easy way to tell them apart is by severity and speed. A cold usually builds slowly and is annoying, while the flu often hits hard and fast. Another difference is that fever is uncommon with a cold, but more common with the flu. Still, only a healthcare professional can confirm the exact cause if symptoms are severe or unusual. Treatment for both usually focuses on rest, fluids, and relieving symptoms. Over-the-counter medicines can help with congestion, fever, or pain, but they do not cure the virus. Antibiotics do not work on colds or flu because these are caused by viruses, not bacteria. The best way to prevent the flu is by getting a yearly flu vaccine. For both cold and flu, washing your hands often, avoiding close contact with sick people, and not touching your face can help lower the risk. If symptoms last a long time, get worse, or include trouble breathing, chest pain, or confusion, seek medical help. Knowing the difference between a cold and the flu can help you treat symptoms early and protect the people around you. Most people catch a cold or the flu and assume the weather caused it, but the real cause is not cold air. It is viruses. Colds are usually caused by rhinoviruses and related viruses, while the flu is caused by influenza viruses. These tiny germs spread from person to person and infect the lining of your nose, throat, and sometimes your lungs. So why do colds and flu seem to happen more in winter? Part of the reason is that people spend more time indoors, closer together, which makes it easier for viruses to spread. Dry air can also help viruses survive longer in droplets, and it may dry out the lining of your nose, making it easier for germs to get in. Your immune system can also be under a bit more stress in winter because of less sunlight, less sleep, and changes in routine. You usually catch these viruses from droplets in the air when someone coughs, sneezes, talks, or even breathes near you. You can also pick them up from surfaces like doorknobs, phones, and desks, then touch your eyes, nose, or mouth. That is why hand washing matters so much. Once a virus gets inside the body, it starts multiplying. Your immune system reacts, and that response causes many of the symptoms we feel: a runny nose, sore throat, cough, congestion, fever, chills, and body aches. The symptoms are not just from the virus itself, but from your body fighting back. Colds and flu are different in severity. A cold is usually milder and comes on gradually. The flu often hits harder and faster, with fever, fatigue, and muscle aches. In some cases, the flu can lead to serious complications, especially in older adults, young children, pregnant people, and those with weaker immune systems. The good news is that many cases can be prevented. Wash your hands often, Avoid touching your face. Stay away from sick people when possible. And consider vaccines, especially for flu. Understanding what causes colds and flu is the first step to avoiding them. If you want to build a stronger immune system against colds and flu, the goal is not to boost it overnight. It's to support it every day so your body is ready when germs show up. The good news is that the basics really do matter. Start with sleep. Your immune system does a lot of repair work while you rest, and even a few nights of poor sleep can make you more vulnerable. Aim for 7 to 9 hours, keep a regular bedtime, and give your body a real chance to recover. Next, eat in a way that supports defense, not just calories. Focus on fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, seeds, eggs, fish, yogurt, and other whole foods. These give you vitamins, minerals, protein, and fiber, all of which help immune cells function properly. Vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, and iron are especially important, but food should come first. Supplements can help if you're deficient, but more is not always better. Hydration also matters. Water helps your body move nutrients, regulate temperature, and keep mucous membranes in the nose and throat, working as a first line of defense. If you're dehydrated, your body has a harder time protecting itself. Exercise is another powerful tool. Regular, moderate activity, like walking, cycling, or strength training, can improve immune function and lower stress. You do not need extreme workouts. In fact, overtraining can work against you. Consistency wins. Stress is often overlooked. Chronic stress can weaken immune response over time. So make space for things that calm your nervous system. That could be deep breathing, prayer, meditation, time outdoors, hobbies, or simply taking breaks during the day. Good hygiene still matters. Wash your hands often, avoid touching your face, clean shared surfaces, and stay home when you're sick. The immune system is your defense, but prevention lowers the number of battles it has to fight. And don't forget vaccines. For flu, vaccination is one of the most effective ways to reduce risk and severity. It doesn't guarantee you'll never get sick, but it gives your immune system a head start. The strongest immune system is built through steady habits: sleep, nutrition, movement, hydration, stress control, hygiene, and prevention. Do those well, and your body will be far better prepared for cold and flu season. When cold and flu season hits, the kitchen can become one of your best defenses. You do not need fancy supplements to start feeling better. Some of the most common foods in your home may help support your body, soothe symptoms, and keep you hydrated while you recover. First, there is chicken soup. It is classic for a reason. Warm broth helps loosen congestion, and the steam can make breathing a little easier. If you add vegetables, chicken soup also gives you fluids, protein, and nutrients your body needs when you are run down. Even a simple homemade version can be comforting and effective. Garlic is another powerful food to keep on hand. It contains natural compounds that may help support the immune system. Add it to soups, stir-fries, or toast when you feel a cold coming on. Ginger is also a favorite. It can help calm an upset stomach and may ease that heavy, achy feeling that often comes with being sick. Ginger tea with lemon and honey is a simple go-to. Speaking of honey, it is one of the best foods for soothing a sore throat and calming a cough. A spoonful on its own or mixed into warm tea can feel very soothing. Just remember, honey should never be given to children under 1 year old. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and grapefruits are famous for vitamin C. While vitamin C will not cure a cold, it supports normal immune function and adds hydration when you eat them fresh or drink them in water. Berries, bell peppers, and leafy greens are also packed with helpful vitamins and antioxidants. Yogurt can be useful too, especially if it contains live cultures. A healthy gut plays a role in immune health, and yogurt is easy to eat when you do not have much appetite. Oatmeal, bananas, rice, and toast are gentle options if your stomach feels off. And do not forget fluids. Water, broth, herbal tea, and even fruit-infused drinks help replace what your body loses when you have a fever, runny nose, or cough. The goal is not to force a miracle cure. It is to give your body simple, nourishing support so it can do its job better. When you are fighting a cold or flu, basic foods can make a big difference. Keep it warm, keep it simple, and keep yourself hydrated. Is vaccine very helpful against cold and flu? The short answer is, it depends on which illness you mean. For flu, yes, vaccines are very helpful. For the common cold, there is no single vaccine that protects against all the many viruses that cause it. Let's start with the flu. Influenza can make people very sick, especially older adults, young children, pregnant people, and anyone with a weak immune system. A flu vaccine helps your body recognize the virus before you get infected or before the infection becomes severe. Even when it does not prevent every case, it often reduces the chance of serious illness, hospital visits, and complications. That's why doctors recommend getting the flu shot every year. Why every year? Because flu viruses change over time. Scientists update the vaccine to match the strains that are most likely to spread that season. So even if you got vaccinated last year, you still need a new shot for this year's virus. Now, what about the cold? The common cold is not caused by one virus. It can be caused by many different viruses, especially rhinoviruses, but also others. Because there are so many types, a single cold vaccine is very difficult to make. Right now, we do not have a routine vaccine for the common cold. That means the best defense is still basic prevention. Washing hands, avoiding close contact with sick people, resting well, and staying hydrated. So if you are asking whether vaccines help with both cold and flu, the answer is clear. Vaccines are very useful against flu, but not against the common cold. If you want to protect yourself and others, the flu vaccine is one of the most effective tools available. It will not guarantee you never get sick, but it can make a big difference in how severe the illness becomes. In simple terms, the flu shot is worth it. For colds, prevention and good hygiene are still the main tools. When a cold or flu starts to hit, the right tea can do more than just warm you up. Certain herbs have been used for generations to help soothe symptoms, support the body, and make recovery a little easier. One of the best-known choices is ginger tea. Ginger has natural warming properties and can help ease sore throats, calm nausea, and support circulation. Fresh ginger steeped in hot water with lemon and a little honey makes a simple and comforting drink. Peppermint tea is another great option. It contains menthol, which may help open up stuffy sinuses and make breathing feel easier. It can also soothe an upset stomach, which is helpful if the flu leaves you feeling weak or nauseous. Chamomile tea is gentle and calming. While it is not a cure, it can help you relax and rest is one of the most important parts of getting better. A warm cup before bed may also soothe a dry throat and help you sleep more comfortably. Elderberry tea is often used during cold and flu season because elderberries are rich in antioxidants. Some people drink it at the first sign of illness to support the immune system and help shorten the length of symptoms. It has a fruity, tart taste that blends well with honey and lemon. Thyme tea is another powerful herbal option. Thyme has been traditionally used to help with coughs and congestion. It may help loosen mucus and soothe irritated airways, making it a useful tea when your chest feels heavy. Echinacea tea is popular for immune support. Many people turn to it when they feel a cold coming on, hoping to help the body fight back sooner. While results can vary, it remains one of the most common herbs used for seasonal illness. Licorice root tea can help coat and soothe a sore throat, but it should be used carefully, especially by people with high blood pressure. Marshmallow root is another gentle herb that can help calm throat irritation. For extra comfort, you can combine herbs like ginger, lemon, honey, and peppermint into one healing cup. The key is to stay hydrated, rest often, and choose teas that help your symptoms most. If symptoms are severe, last too long, or come with trouble breathing or high fever, it is important to seek medical advice. Can cold and flu be deadly? The short answer is yes, but it depends on the person, the virus, and the complications that follow. For most healthy people, the common cold is unpleasant, but not dangerous. It usually causes a runny nose, sore throat, cough, and fatigue, and it clears on its own. Flu is different. Influenza can hit much harder and in some cases lead to serious illness or death. The virus itself can damage the lungs and weaken the body, but the bigger danger often comes from complications. One of the most serious complications is pneumonia, where the lungs become infected and struggle to bring in enough oxygen. Flu can also trigger inflammation in the heart, brain, or muscles, and it can make chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, and heart disease much worse. In vulnerable people, that can become life-threatening very quickly. Who is most at risk? Older adults, infants, pregnant people, and anyone with a weakened immune system are more likely to develop severe complications. People with long-term health problems are also at higher risk. But even healthy adults can sometimes get very sick, especially during severe flu seasons or with new strains of the virus. Cold and flu deaths are more likely when the illness is ignored, when dehydration becomes severe, or when breathing problems are not treated in time. Warning signs include trouble breathing, chest pain, confusion, bluish lips, a fever that won't come down, or symptoms that suddenly get better and then come back worse. The good news is that many severe cases are preventable. Vaccination, hand washing, staying home when sick, drinking fluids, and getting medical help early can make a big difference. Antiviral treatment for flu can also help if it's started soon enough. So yes, cold and flu can be deadly, but the common cold is rarely the cause. Flu is the bigger concern, especially for people in high-risk groups or when complications develop. If symptoms seem severe or unusual, don't wait it out. Get checked early. Remember, health is wealth. Please take good care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.